Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly forecast for March 14th through the 20th. As you may notice, this is not my normal setup. I am on the road. I am traveling at the time of recording this video. Therefore, I'm not in my usual surroundings. But we're going to connect here and see what messages are coming up for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We do have a full moon in Virgo happening on the 18th. We'll see how those energies are affecting you all as well. You might stumble upon the video after the time frame I mentioned. That's just fine. You're going to find it whenever you're meant to find it, whenever it's time for you to hear the messages. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, so take what does and leave what doesn't. Okay, let's see what's coming up here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I feel like we need one more good shuffle here. Alrighty, my dears. Let's get right on into it for our Gemini friends. So the first card that's coming up here is the King of Cups. Now, this could definitely be water sign energy, right? Some of you could be dealing with a water sign. Water signs are Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. It can be you, regardless of whether or not you have a water sign placement, because if you're new to my channel, in the weekly forecasts, I like to focus on you and your journey. I like to make it about you. So this could be some of you stepping into King of Cups kind of energy. King of Cups is generous, but he is absolutely, positively nobody's fool. Okay? He's not going to be taken advantage of. He's not going to be made a fool out of. I oftentimes think of King of Cups as like a very generous, but very kind of fair, borderline strict parent, right? A kid might go to the parent and say, hey, can I use the car this weekend? I want to, take somebody out on a date, or I want to go out with my friends. And the parent says, all right, fine, but here's a list of all of the chores that need to be done around the house before, Friday. You have a test coming up this week, so you've got to score a high score on this test. You need to make sure that you wash the car and clean it and put gas in it when you bring it back to me and have it completely cleaned. Like, there's these expectations, or there's these requirements. The King of Cups isn't just gonna willy-nilly, going around, you get a car and you get a car and you. There's expectations. So Gemini, the fact that the King of Cups is coming up makes me feel like a lot of you are going to be setting what your expectations are, or you're going to make it very clear to people that, okay, well, if you want my help, here's how you need to come at me, or here's what's expected of you, or here's how you need to contribute to the situation. Because we are coming into the full moon in Virgo on the 18th, and you have the King of Cups coming up here, this is telling me that a lot of you Geminis will also be releasing any kind of fear that you have of your emotions or your feelings or emotional intimacy. Maybe for some of you it's really hard to let somebody in. Maybe you've been burned really badly, okay? Or you've been taken advantage of. I feel like whatever it is that's been blocking you is being released, and this is allowing you to have more fulfilling, deeper connections with people, whether it be family or friendships or love life, but to be able to connect emotionally on a deeper level. I am getting that feeling and that vibe from Gemini. So this is really significant, especially if you're a Gemini, if you feel like there's a past wound or past trauma that you've been trying to release for a long time, and you've just been like, I don't know how I'm going to shake this. I don't know how I'm going to clear it out finally. I keep trying. I keep cord cutting. I keep meditating. I keep doing all this work. I feel that the fact that the King of Cups is here and we are coming into this full moon, this is it. You're going to be able to heal and release from that fear of letting people in or trusting people or opening up your heart. And you're setting these healthy boundaries, so as you're letting people in, you're not being taken advantage of ever again. Okay, that's one of the ways in which the King of Cups comes up for me in my readings. This can also be in terms of abundance, coming into abundance. The King of Cups is seen as very well traveled. Some of you may be manifesting the ability to have the abundance to travel, to experience the world, to enjoy life, to get to know people from different places. This might be something that some of you may be manifesting as well. The next card that's coming up here for Gemini is the Four of Cups. Well, how in the heck are we going from the King of Cups to the Four of Cups? Simple. I will explain. The Four of Cups is confirming the vibe that I felt for you guys when I was looking at the King of Cups. Four of Cups comes up when we don't like what we're being offered. We don't like what we're being handed. And some of you are realizing you've got this great big cup. You're going around offering this great big cup, and they're giving you something willy-nilly. Or somebody is being very ungrateful of this lovely cup. And you're like, nope, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. If you're not appreciating what I am offering, if you're not appreciating what I'm bringing to the table, then guess what? You don't have to have it. That's fine. I won't give it to you. I won't share it with you. For some of you, this could simply be your time and energy, your love. For some of you, it could be like things that you're doing in terms of support or finances. We had that turbo car just go by just now. Some of you are like, I'm out of here. Bye. So some of you just might be like if what I'm doing for you is not enough for you, then I don't have to do it for you. I don't know why my brain keeps going back to that car that just went by. Maybe some of you were wanting to help somebody in some way and they're being ungrateful. Maybe you're deciding that you're going to treat yourself and you're going to put your time or energy or money into getting a car that you really want, or a specific type of car. I don't know why that car keeps coming to me, and I use the car as an example in the beginning. There could be something here where some of you feel like, you know what, if this person doesn't appreciate what I'm doing or what I'm sacrificing, then I'm just gonna keep this for me, and I'm just gonna put this towards a car. That could be the case for some of you. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be a car, but you might just be deciding that you're going to keep this for yourself. Like, if you don't appreciate it, that's fine. More for me kind of attitude. Now, if you are the one in the Four of Cups energy, this could be a positive thing, because sometimes I see the Four of Cups come up in a reading where you're realizing that you are worthy and deserving of so much more. Like the things that you manifested, the things that are in your life, you're realizing that, hey, I manifested this at a time that my thinking was very limited, right? I didn't realize that how much more was possible. And I really, really kind of manifested on limited thinking. Now that my thinking is unlimited, and now that I realize that so much more is possible, and now that I realize that I am worthy and deserving of so much more, I want to manifest more than this, right? You're not quite happy, you're not quite satisfied. That doesn't mean that you're completely ungrateful for what you have in your life. You can have gratitude and still desire more. And that's the balance a lot of you Geminis are going to be coming into, where you can realize that you have gratitude, but you're still deserving of more. I feel some of you Geminis may have actually manifested really good work. You might be like, hey, you know what? I look around at other people my age or other people, that I grew up with, and I have a really great job, or I'm making a lot more money, especially compared to the people that I grew up with or the people that I went to school with. And you might be looking around and thinking, but where is it going? Where is the money going? Like, I deserve a lot more. I deserve to go on those vacations, or I deserve to have more things. And some of you Gemini are realizing, because there was this limited thinking that, oh, well, I could never have that, or that's not possible for me, or I don't deserve that. You were in some way sabotaging yourself financially. Maybe you were handing that money over to family or to a romantic partner that just could not get enough, and you were shelling out money to this partner or to the family members, or maybe you were spending it on very frivolous things, sabotaging yourself. And now you're like, nope, no more. I'm not going to sabotage myself financially, or I'm not going to hand it over to everybody else. And I'm going to, go towards the things that I want, or I'm going to allow myself to treat myself from time to time for bigger things, not just, going away for the day or getting a new pair of shoes, but like bigger things. I feel some of you Geminis are manifesting bigger things, bigger trips, seeing, as I said, seeing the world, significant travel, significant things, significant purchases, right? I'm not talking about breaking the bank, because I do feel like you guys are becoming smart about your money, but realizing that you actually have capability to treat yourself on a bigger scale than you've been treating yourself. Because before, your thinking was limited. You didn't think that was possible. The next card that's coming up here for you guys, is the Empress. Now, this could be Taurus or Libra energy, because the Empress has both Taurus and Libra connection. If you have Taurus or Libra placements, there could be big changes or shifts happening for you in those areas of your life. The Empress is also a card that sometimes comes in having to do with the divine feminine, or with feminine energy of a mother or mother figure or grandmother figure who maybe has passed on, and they may be coming in and bringing you messages and guidance through your dreams, helping you, guiding you along, bringing you messages. This could be very helpful in moving ahead, or clearing blocks. Or for some of you, maybe this is a generational block you picked up, and you may have a mother or grandmother or ancestors from your mother's side of the family trying to come in and help you clear out these energies, or give you guidance on how to proceed or move forward. The Empress card is also a card associated with fertility. Maybe some of you are manifesting children, having babies, or finding the person who's going to give birth to your babies. There could be that element here with the Empress. This is also just very fertile energy, which can be in a creative sense as well. Some of you are becoming a lot more creative or a lot more prolific in your work or in what you're putting out. Okay, Empress card for me can also sometimes be a self-employment card. Some of you are working towards self-employment or reaching a high level in your career, right? Being respected, being seen, being acknowledged, having this authority, having this power. She can sometimes indicate for me reaching a high level in your career. So some of you might be seeing really positive developments happening for you around career in the week ahead. The next card that's coming up here for Gemini is the King of Wands. Now, this could be fire sign energy, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. This could be you working on certain houses or certain areas of your life if you have these fire sign placements. And this could be you coming into the energy of the King of Wands. The King of Wands does have a strong entrepreneurial vibe for me, and is one of my self-employment cards also. So the fact that the King of Wands is coming in with the Empress, and the Empress is sometimes self-employment card for me, it does make me feel like a lot of you are really, really gravitating towards working for yourself, or really becoming more ambitious about taking your career into your hands and like creating opportunities, or like climbing up the ladder, so to speak, or taking a more uh, uh, bold approach towards it, right? The King of Wands creates opportunities. Some of you maybe are seeing something that's being done in your workplace that can be done better, and you might have an idea about a certain department or a certain way of doing things or a certain position. You might approach an employer and create a promotion for yourself, or create a new job for yourself with this idea. You might be uh, having an idea on how to meet a need in your community, and this is becoming a business or a matter of self-employment. The whole thing with the King of Wands, the King of Wands is somebody who came up from nothing. Somebody had written like an explanation of the King of Wands and said that like this basically would not be the kind of king who was born into royalty. He didn't become king because of his bloodline. He became king because he found solutions for problems. He found opportunities. He created solutions, and people were like, we need you to be the king. We need you to show us the way. We need you to be in charge. And so the King of Wands is going to have a soft spot in his heart for anybody he sees that he can relate to. Like, hey, I was like you once. I know how hard it was. So there's this loving, compassionate, mentoring aspect to the King of Wands. So as some of you Gemini are finding your way, you may be feeling guided or moved to give back to your community. Maybe you want to teach young people about how money works, or business, or self-employment, or how to, get through, school, or get through college, or whatever it might be. Some of you are wanting to take others under your wing and show them the way. Some of you may be coming across a King of Wands that looks at you and is like, man, Gemini, I see so much of myself in you, and they're showing you the way. But there's a sense of, as I said with this King of Wands, he never had anything handed to him, ever. Maybe some of you feel sad or hurt because you feel like you were cut out of an inheritance. Or maybe you feel like you, excuse me, stood to inherit a lot, but maybe because of the economy, or maybe because of the decisions your parents made, maybe they blew through that money and it didn't make its way to you. It was gone before it was your time or your chance to inherit any of it. And so the King of Wands reminds you, you don't need that. You don't need that. You can still be successful, and you will be successful, because the King of Wands came from nothing. And he has this power, he has this position, he has this success. You don't need other people. You're capable of doing this on your own, and you will do this on your own. You may have a mentor coming in to where you're not entirely on your own, but you're going to do it with your own merits, and not because somebody gave you a handout. And it's going to be so much sweeter for that reason. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate more for you than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. There's actually a link in the description of the video, so you don't have to type it all out. You can click on it, it'll take you to the link, and you can schedule with me. The March love readings are also linked in the description of the video. April love readings will be coming up in the next week or so. You may want to check out the card of the day messages that I've been posting as well, so be sure that you check out the daily messages as well. A lot of people have been asking me to do that. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Hopefully, I'll see you all in the daily comments as well. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. Take care, Gemini. Be well, my dears.